The year was 2342, and humanity had stretched its reach across the stars, establishing colonies on distant planets and exploring the farthest reaches of the galaxy. On the barren world of Arcanus IV, a desolate and rocky planet in the Outer Rim, the United Earth Expeditionary Force, UEF, had set up an outpost to investigate a series of mysterious underground structures. Commander Elisa Voss, a seasoned leader with a reputation for her unyielding determination, stood at the entrance of one of these structures. The dim glow of her helmet's headlamp cut through the darkness, revealing ancient walls covered in dust and strange markings. "Dr. Briggs, any idea what this place used to be?" she asked, her voice crackling through the comms. Dr. Nathaniel Briggs, the chief engineer and archaeologist of the expedition, approached, his eyes scanning the surroundings with a mix of excitement and curiosity. "From what we've deciphered, this was some kind of military installation, but the technology predates even our earliest spacefaring records. It's a fascinating find." As the team ventured deeper into the complex, they came across a massive chamber filled with relics of a bygone era. The room was dominated by a colossal tank, its metal skin pitted and scarred from centuries of neglect. Commander Voss approached the tank, her fingers brushing against the rusted surface. The faded lettering on the side read, M1A2 Abrams. "This thing's ancient," Voss murmured. "I've read about these in the archives. A main battle tank from the early 21st century. How did it end up here?" Dr. Briggs knelt beside the tank, inspecting its undercarriage. "It's a mystery, Commander, but imagine if we could get it operational. It could be a game changer." Voss nodded, her mind racing with possibilities. "Can we do it?" "It won't be easy," Briggs replied. "The technology is ancient and many parts are missing or damaged, but with time and resources, we might just pull it off." The team set to work, their days filled with the sounds of clanking metal and the hum of machinery. They scavenged parts from other relics, repurposing and adapting them to fit the needs of the tank. The process would be slow and meticulous, but each small victory fueled their determination. Almost immediately, the word of the discovery spread through the human camp, boosting morale and sparking a sense of pride. The M1A2 Abrams became a symbol of hope for the human race. Unbeknownst to the humans, they were not alone on Arcanus IV. The Zorathian Empire, a technologically advanced alien race, had been monitoring their activities from orbit. The Zorathians viewed humanity as primitive and insignificant, unworthy of their attention. Their starship, a sleek and imposing vessel, hovered silently above the planet, its crew observing the humans with a mix of curiosity and disdain. On the bridge of the Zorathian warship, Captain Zarvek stood with his arms crossed, his eyes fixed on the holographic display showing the humans' progress. "These humans are laughable," he sneered at his second-in-command, Lieutenant Vorkath. "They cling to their obsolete machines, thinking they can match our power." Vorkath nodded, a smirk playing on his lips. "Should we intervene, Captain? Crush their hopes before they become a nuisance?" Zarvek waved a dismissive hand. "Let them toil with their relic. It will amount to nothing. We have more important matters to attend to." The Zorathians continued to watch, confident that nothing could come of the humans' efforts. The weeks turned into months, and the team on Arcanus IV continued their painstaking work to restore the M1A2 Abrams tank. Despite the challenges, their determination never wavered. The relic represented more than just a piece of ancient technology. It was a symbol of human ingenuity and resilience, a testament to their capability to adapt and overcome. Dr. Nathaniel Briggs, chief engineer and archaeologist, had become the heart and soul of the restoration project. His expertise and passion drove the team forward, and under his meticulous supervision, the tank began to take shape. Dr. Briggs and his team worked day and night, piecing together the puzzle of the M1A2 Abrams. Every bolt tightened, every wire reconnected, was a step closer to bringing the beast back to life. One day, as the team worked late into the evening, a discovery was made that changed the course of their efforts. Deep within the bowels of the underground complex, an old data terminal flickered to life. They discovered hidden compartments containing advanced schematics and weaponry, remnants of forgotten battles and lost technologies. There were blueprints detailing advanced modifications for the M1A2 Abrams that could transform the ancient tank into a weapon of unprecedented power. Dr. Briggs pored over the data, his eyes widening with excitement. "Commander Voss, you need to see this," he called out. Commander Elisa Voss hurried over, her interest piqued. As Briggs explained the schematics, a sense of hope and excitement began to spread. The blueprints revealed enhancements that integrated modern technology with the tank's rugged design. Energy shields, plasma cannons, and advanced targeting systems were just a few of the upgrades detailed in the ancient files. "This changes everything," Voss said, her voice filled with awe. "If we can implement these modifications, the M1A2 Abrams won't just be operational. It will be a force to be reckoned with." The team redoubled their efforts, working tirelessly to integrate the new technology. They scavenged alien materials and repurposed components from the complex, adapting them to fit the tank's systems. The process was grueling, but the promise of what the tank could become fueled their determination. As the modifications progressed, the tank began to transform. Its armor was reinforced with advanced alloys, making it nearly impervious to conventional weapons. The main cannon was replaced with a plasma railgun, capable of firing bolts of energy with devastating precision. The addition of energy shields provided an extra layer of protection, allowing the tank to withstand even the most intense barrages. One evening, as the twin suns of Arcanus IV dipped below the horizon, the final component was installed. Dr. Briggs and Commander Voss stood before the tank, their faces etched with a mixture of exhaustion and anticipation. The team gathered around, their eyes fixed on the colossal machine that now bristled with advanced technology. "Let's fire her up," Voss said, her voice steady. Dr. Briggs nodded and initiated the startup sequence. She connected the last circuit, and a sudden surge of power coursed through the tank. All the lights brightly turned on, and the displays came to life, showing the status of the tank's systems. Then suddenly the ground trembled as the engine roared to life. The sound echoed through the chamber, a deep and thunderous growl that sent shivers down the spines of everyone present. The cannon swiveled and the treads rumbled, shaking off centuries of dust. Commander Voss watched in amazement. "It works," she whispered, hardly believing her eyes. "We did it." The humans cheered, their voices echoing through the underground complex. The M1A2 Abrams was no longer a relic of the past. It was a symbol of their ambition and determination. They rolled the tank out of its hangar, its advanced systems humming with power, and the surface of the planet vibrated beneath its weight. The news of the tank's revival spread like wildfire through the camp, igniting a renewed sense of purpose and hope. The humans had achieved the impossible, breathing life into a relic of the past and transforming it into a symbol of their indomitable spirit. Meanwhile, the Zorathians had been continually monitoring the humans from their warship in orbit the entire time. Aboard the Zorathian warship, the crew was alerted to the tank's activation. Captain Zarvek's amusement turned to irritation as he watched the humans celebrate their achievement. He had previously dismissed the humans' efforts as futile, was now forced to reconsider his stance. Reports of the tank's revival and its advanced modifications had reached his ears, and he was not pleased. "Prepare the strike team," Zarvek ordered, his voice cold and calculated. "It's time to remind these primitives of their place." As the Zorathians prepared for an assault, the humans were unaware of the impending danger. They were focused on testing the tank's new capabilities, pushing it to its limits. The M1A2 Abrams, once a relic, now a beacon of hope, continued to roll across the planet's desolate surface, its armor gleaming under the alien suns. The human team decided to test a simulation of its capabilities in a war scenario. The tank's plasma railgun fired bolts of energy that tore through rock, then again through metal props with ease, while the energy shields absorbed simulated enemy fire, protecting the crew from inside its compartment. Dr. Briggs and Commander Voss stood together, watching as the tank performed flawlessly. "This is incredible," Briggs said, his voice filled with pride. "We've turned an ancient relic into a state-of-the-art weapon." Voss nodded, her eyes fixed on the tank. "We've done more than that, Nathan. We've shown that no matter how advanced our enemies think they are, humanity will always find a way to fight back. The human celebration was cut short as alarms blared throughout the camp. Sensors detected incoming ships, Zorathian fighters descending rapidly from the skies. The Zorathians' lustrous spacecrafts were cutting through the planet's atmosphere, honing in on the human camp, releasing an array of plasma fire that rained down, causing explosions that rocked the ground, while the humans scrambled to defend themselves. As a battle commenced, the true test of the revived tank began. The Zorathians, confident in their superiority, soon found themselves facing an unexpected challenge. The ancient beast had awoken, and its roar would be heard across the galaxy. The ground shook as the first wave of plasma fire struck the camp, and chaos erupted. Commander Voss sprang into action, her training kicking in. All hands battle stations prepare for incoming fire. The M1A2 Abrams rolled forward, its advanced systems coming online. The tank's energy shields flared as they absorbed the initial barrage of plasma fire. The humans fought back fiercely, their newfound hope embodied in the tank that now stood as their shield and sword. Captain Zarvek watched from the bridge of his warship, his eyes narrowing as he saw the tank in action. "Impossible," he muttered. "How can an ancient machine wield such power?" But the humans were not just defending themselves, they were pushing back. The tank's plasma railgun fired, sending bolts of energy streaking through the sky, cutting through Zorathian fighters with deadly accuracy. The ground trembled as the tank advanced, a behemoth of steel and energy, unyielding in its resolve. The Zorathian forces, taken aback by the tank's power, began to falter. Captain Zarvek, realizing the battle was turning against him, ordered a full retreat. The humans cheered as the Zorathians fled, their laughter now a distant echo. The M1A2 Abrams, once a relic of the past, had become a symbol of human brilliance and a formidable power. Commander Voss stood beside the tank, her heart swelling with pride as she looked at her team. They had achieved the impossible, and their victory echoed across the galaxy, inspiring other human colonies and earning respect from once doubtful allies. It was not just the tank's roar that brought victory, but the unwavering spirit of those who refused to be underestimated. The legend of the M1A2 Abrams lived on, an artifact to enduring strength and a representation to the geniusness of the human race. Hours had passed, but they knew it was most likely a matter of time before they'd face their adversaries again. Then out of the blue, the sky above Arcanus 4 blazed with the light of explosions, as the Zorathian fighters launched their second attack on the human encampment, fortified into the rocky hills. Plasma bolts rained down, scorching the earth and sending up plumes of smoke, sand, and debris. The humans scrambled to their positions, their faces grim but determined. They had prepared for this moment, knowing the Zorathians would not sit idly by much longer, but were hoping to buy more time. Commander Alyssa Voss barked orders through her comm, coordinating the defense. "All units, hold your ground. We will not let them take us without a fight." The M1A2 Abrams tank, now bristling with advanced weaponry and defenses, rolled out from its hangar again. The powerful steel machine's treads crushed the rocky ground beneath, its shields surging with the electromagnetic force, and its plasma railgun glowed with an ominous blue light. The ground troops rallied around the tank, their confidence bolstered by its formidable presence. Dr. Nathaniel Briggs, manning the tank's control center, activated the targeting systems. "We're ready to roll, Commander. Let's show them what we're made of." The tank's cannon swiveled and fired, sending a bolt of searing plasma into the sky. It struck a Zorathian fighter head-on, the explosion lighting up the battlefield. Cheers erupted from the human defenders as they witnessed the tank's power firsthand. Captain Zarvek, aboard the Zorathian warship, watched the unfolding battle with a mix of anger and disbelief. "Increase the assault," he commanded. "We cannot let these primitives defy us." Zorathian reinforcements poured in, their sharp fighters darting through the sky, launching volley after volley of plasma fire. The human camp was surrounded, but they stood their ground, fighting back with every ounce of strength they had. The M1A2 Abrams continued its relentless advance, its energy shields absorbing enemy fire and its plasma railgun wreaking havoc on the Zorathian forces. Dr. Briggs and his team worked in perfect harmony, executing maneuvers that outsmarted and outflanked their foes. The tank's advanced targeting systems allowed them to pick off enemies with pinpoint accuracy, turning the tide of battle. Commander Voss, her eyes scanning the battlefield, saw an opportunity. "Dr. Briggs, focus on their command ship. If we take that out, their forces will scatter," she said. "Roger that, Commander," Briggs replied, adjusting the tank's targeting systems. The plasma railgun charged, and with a deafening roar, it fired a bolt of energy directly at the Zorathian command ship. The bolt struck the ship's hull, and a massive explosion ripped through it. Fire and debris cascaded from the sky as the command ship was torn apart. The Zorathian fighters, now leaderless and disorganized, began to retreat in panic. Captain Zarvek's face twisted with rage as he watched his forces crumble. "Fall back! All units retreat!" he shouted, his voice shaking with frustration. The Zorathian fighters turned tail and fled, their once formidable presence reduced to scattered remnants. The humans erupted in cheers as the Zorathians retreated. The M1A2 Abrams tank, its cannon still smoking from the final shot, stood as a symbol of their hard-fought victory. Commander Voss approached the tank, her heart swelling with pride and relief. "We did it," she said, her voice choked with emotion. "We really did it." Dr. Briggs climbed out of the tank, a wide grin on his face. "Never underestimate the power of human ingenuity," he said, clapping Voss on the shoulder, "and a bit of ancient firepower." The battle had been won, but the impact of their victory extended far beyond the battlefield. News of the humans' triumph spilled into other galaxies, reaching far away into other star systems, inspiring other colonies and earning the respect of their allies. The Zorathians, chastened by their defeat, withdrew to their territories, no longer dismissing human beings as a minor threat. In the days that followed, the human camp on Arcanus 4 transformed from a war zone into a place of celebration and rebuilding. The M1A2 Abrams tank, now a legendary symbol of resilience and innovation, was given a place of honor. It stood as a reminder of what they had achieved and the challenges they had overcome. Commander Voss, reflecting on the journey they had undertaken, addressed her team. "We faced overwhelming odds and proved that no matter how advanced our enemies might be, our spirit and determination are unmatched. This tank, once a relic of the past, became a representation of our integrity and resolve. Let this victory be a testament to what we can achieve together." The team cheered, their faces shining with pride and hope. They had not only revived an ancient machine, but had also reignited the flame of human perseverance. The legend of the M1A2 Abrams would live on, inspiring future generations to push the boundaries of what was possible. As the celebrations continued, Commander Voss and Dr. Briggs stood side by side, looking out over the camp. "So what's next?" Briggs asked, a glint of excitement in his eyes. Voss smiled, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "We keep pushing forward. There are more discoveries to be made, more challenges to overcome, and who knows, maybe there are other relics out there just waiting to be brought back to life." With their spirits high and their determination unshaken, the humans of Arcanus 4 looked to the future, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. The roar of victory still echoed in their hearts, a constant reminder of their strength and resilience. And thus, the legend of the M1A2 Abrams tank, once laughed at by their enemies, became a symbol of human triumph, the enduring spirit of its people, the power of hope, and their never-ending creative ingenuity.